Hey. So it's a brand new morning in Bangalore today. So we're back to that same old debate which is trending now, buy versus rent. So this is my cheat sheet. I will break it down for you guys. So for me, let's start from here. So I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years this year. So I'm starting from 2024 and I'm looking at the next 20 years. So age 40 to age 60. So starting with income, assuming 24 in hand, so this is after tax, and I'm going to have a 10% increase every year because that is what I have clocked over the last 15 years. I am continuing the same thing, so this is 1.1 and a 10% increase for the next 20 years. Fine. So the rent that I'm paying is currently 1/8 of my in hand, so let me do by 1/8. And I'm assuming it will remain the same if I'm renting for the next 20 years. Now the save, how much amount am I saving? So this will be around half I make and remove the rent component. So that's my savings. That goes on for 20 years, so it reaches 60 every year. And the portfolio, which is like, starts from here. So whatever I have till age 40, I am not counting that. So it's starting from 0. So the portfolio is this and it's cumulative. So this will be 1.1 again, that 1.10% CAGR, which I have been able to generate over the last 15 years. So I'm going by that safe number. And that reaches a portfolio of 1271. So it is like 12 crore, 12.7 crore. Now let's come to the buy thing. So income remains same. We will consider the EMI. So if I'm considering say a 1 CR apartment, so then my down payment is 20 lakhs and 80 lakhs is the loan amount. Well, roughly EMI will be around 80k per month, and so in a year it will be like 9.6 L in a year. So with that number, I will come to EMI as 10. So it remains same for the next 20 years, a 20-year loan. What I save is now half of my income minus the rent component, minus the EMI component. Extending it for the next 20 years. And then my portfolio now, again the same, starts from 2 multiplied by 10% added by whatever I save this year, and this is for the next 20 years. So the difference, now let's plot the difference. So this will be this, the rent one guy has more and the save guy has less. So this continues. And so what is the understanding from this thing? So my takeaway is that in this one, when you are renting, so here you have to have at least 2.16 CR more. So if you bought a 1 CR property and if its valuation has increased more than 2.16, then monetary, in terms of money, you will have a total net worth, which is like portfolio plus the house cost. If it is more than, if it has doubled or tripled, then monetary wise, it will be better off than the rental guy. Now comes the consideration of the non-tangible part. Suppose if you value staying in the same city for long periods of time and then going on only short vacations, in that case, this buy option is right out the best option. But for me, because I know that I want to stay in different cities, so like every few years shift to a new city, have experiences in different cities around the country or around the world. So in that case, the rent becomes the more viable option for me. And also, in terms of my calculation, I can find that I have, when I retire, so at 60, around 60, even though I'll probably retire much earlier, if I have that kind of a lump sum, I can buy a house at 60 and then settle in one place. And I think the passive income or the interest income from this nest egg I will be able to sustain, because after 60 the wants anyways, the needs, the wants are gone, and it's only the needs that you take care of, and the hospitalization costs, those things will come in. But I also have a son who probably will also support me. That's a fair ask. Now let's go to our previous sheet. So I've also considered a variable thing. So if you pre-close your home loan, so let's say you are able to close your home loan at a fairly value quick rate. So let's say you have a 10 and then a 11 and then a 12. So in that fashion, if you keep going, we'll go up to 20. So that's like roughly how we'll pre-close the loan of 80 lakhs. So 1.6 CR, yeah, total 1.6 CR. And the difference that it makes is roughly around 30 L, 40 L, yeah, 2.1 and 2.5. So that will make a difference of like 40 L in terms of how much your house valuation has to. And if you can go more aggressively, let's see if it can take 12 and a 14, 16, 18. Now it's getting negative, so we can't go that aggressive. Maybe a 14, 14, then a 16, 16, and then 18, then maybe a 20. So even if you go quite aggressive, then it is like 307. So your house has to, you have a much bigger chance. So instead of 2.1, now it's like almost a crore, almost 80, 90 L difference. So if you close, the faster you close, the better is your net worth at the end of that 20 years, the tenure. So that's how it looks like for me at age of 40. So in this video, I will ask you guys to just do one thing. That is, for this video, it will be just comment. So you can ignore the things, but do comment. Tell me where my assumptions went wrong. If you guys would assume some rates, like if it is not 10%, or if you think the pre-close amounts are different. And if I have summed it up properly in terms of, if you want to stay in some place in the same city for a long period, then buy. Then you are when you are assured that you are going to stay there for a long period and only go for short vacations. Whereas if you want to live in different cities, have experience of different cultures, then rent is a better option, and you also have saved the nest egg. So with that, let me sign off in today's video. See you in the next one.